What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rowdy Player One channel. I'm Rowdy, and today we have the channel goals for 2025. We're going to talk about, I've got 8 goals. Some of them are outlandish, I'm sure. Others I'm excited to do. And yeah, I'm ready to roll. Finally getting into the BookTube thing. I've been here for 4 months now, I think, and I think it's time to start setting a little more loftier goals. We are going to start with the first one, which is going to be a new setup. I've got to get more shelves, do me a different camera angle. We're planning on hopefully purchasing a couple more bookshelves by hopefully the end of the year. So starting next year, I'll have a new setup and stuff. We've got a whole room we've got to redo and all that. If you didn't know, I just started reading back in January of this year. Did not care about reading my whole life. Hated it in school. I'm very slow at reading, and got pretty I was really big into gaming, and I've done that forever. And beginning of this year, January 3rd to be exact, I don't know why I remember the date, but I do. I just got burnt out, and nothing was hitting that I wanted to play and didn't care about it. And I ended up picking up a book. And from then on, I got into reading, started reading a ton, started watching tons of BookTube, and then decided at the end of August that I was like, hey, I said, I've got a different perspective than a lot of people. A lot of the people on BookTube have read hundreds and hundreds of thousands of books, and I've not read anything. So it's all different to me. It's all new. There's been very few things that I've read that I didn't like. And so I started, and I've met some good friends and got plans, and I'm excited for it. So, and it keeps me motivated. And so, like I said, the first goal is going to be a new setup, new camera angle, more shelves with more books. I had another thing. You see all those books back there, which you can't see, but what, 2.5 shelves basically. I've got it completely full with books stacked in the floor. I did not own a single one of those books until at least February or Marchish at minimum. That's when I first started picking up some. And you can see how much I've bought. And well, you don't even see all of it. There's even more. So I need more shelves. So, anyways, that's the first goal. My next goal is how many books I plan on reading next year. I'm going to set my goal at a lofty 450 books. No, that is not true. 50 books is how many I'm going to set it at. Do you know how many I did this year? What I set it on my Goodreads when I opened it in January? 12. I was hoping to read 12 books this year. And I'm going to end up finishing reading somewhere between 52 and 54, depending on where I land at the end of this month. So I'm thinking 50 should be pretty good. That's not a crazy amount. That's right at one a week, of course. But I don't have 5 Stormlight Archive books to read next year since I completed them all this year and I'm in the process of Wind and Truth. So that knocks off 1,200 pages. So that knocks off 5,000, nearly 6,000 pages of those that can be spread out into multiple books. Like technically that's 5 books. I could probably make it into 10, 12, 14 books. So, it'll double or triple. So I think that's a good goal. Then I'm not pressed and just constantly worried, oh, I've got to read more. I've got to read more. I'm never going to finish. And it's not worth it. If you're going to stress out having to read all this stuff, what's the point in doing it? So, anyways, the goal for this year is going to be 50 books. Now, as far as words, I don't know. I haven't, but I think I can do it in like, what is it, Storygraph? I think, can tell you how many words, maybe pages. I'm not sure. So I've got to figure all that out. I'll have that in probably January on what all my stuff I truly finished with page wise and all that. The next goal is going to be I want to do 1 to 2 author or booktuber interviews every month. I have the past 2 months, 3 months. I think the past 3 months, 2.5, something like that. I've done 3, 4. I've done 4, and I might have another one getting lined up. So if I can do 1 to 2 a month, I'd be pleased with that. I'd like to do 2, but I know that's a lot on the schedules trying to plan stuff. But that's the plan. I'd love to get to talk to booktubers. Like all I've done is author interviews, which are fantastic, and I want to do more. But I'd like to chit chat with more booktubers as well, just to kind of see what's their process on how they even go about reading books and getting to do buddy reads and stuff like that. That is another one. My fourth goal is if I start a series, I want to complete the series. So, for instance, I completed right up there. I've read the entire Cosmere this year. I didn't start it till like April, and I proceeded to read 2 to 3 books a month to finish it. I'm in the process of finishing Wind and Truth. So that's an entire series, which ends up being like nearly 20 books or something. I need a break from that. I'll eventually maybe get to do The Wheel of Time, but I'm not starting that this year. I need a break from that. It's just too much. So I'm gonna do something like, say, like Ryan Cahill has got 6 books out right now. So if I like this first one, which I better because I bought them all, I'm gonna read the whole series this year. Game of Thrones. I plan on starting that this year, and there's 5 books out in the series. You can only go to where you can go to, and that's it. So I'm gonna try to finish it if I like it. Then you've got like God Eater, which is 3 trilogies, a trilogy of trilogies. So the first 3 books are out, and I'm gonna read all of those. So different things like that. We'll see where it goes. One more, and then I'll quit saying the same thing. I've read the first book in the Red Rising saga, and I just purchased all 5 of the others. And I'm going to read every one of them this year because I'm dying to read them. So just like that, if I start it, I want to finish the series this year because I don't like reading a first book, and then waiting forever to continue. It's just, especially if I really liked it, I want to keep going. So that's the plan. I know I have the first book of what is it, the Greenbone Saga, Jade City. If I like that book this year because I'm reading it, I'm buying the next 2 and I'm going on. Which consists of, here is the next one. If I do not, hopefully, knock on wood, I don't want to purchase any more books this year besides the ones I get from my used bookstore, or if someone for some reason gives me like Amazon gift cards, like say for Christmas that's coming up in a week or 2, or birthday, something like that. Now, obviously, I'd purchase from a used bookstore like that because we have credit at our used bookstore, and I've got plenty of it, so get it from there. Or like an indie author, I wouldn't mind purchasing something from them. I'm lucky enough that some of them send me their books and I read them. That's kind of another thing. If anybody sends me something, I plan on reading and reviewing it, which I've had several, so it's taken time, but reading and reviewing all the indie author books that I get sent for sure, and the ones that I purchase. That's another goal. Number 5, which technically I guess would be number 6, is don't be afraid to DNF a book. Be more like Andrew from Andrew's Wizardly Reads. If you don't like it, then don't read it. I mean, it's that simple. So I'm going to take the motto of if it's not hitting in the first 4 or 5 chapters, it's probably getting put on the back burner. Maybe it's just not the time to read. I know Andrew does a lot of, he'll DNF it for different reasons. And if he's just not in the mood when he starts it, he'll set it to the side. And if he tries it again, he don't like it then he might let it go. So I think that's what I'm going to do is if I'm not enjoying the book pretty early on, I'm going to probably set it to the side and either try it one more time, or if I know it's like not sounding good, like this year I did Babel. That was right to the only, I think it was the only book I DNF'd, and I hated that book. It was terrible, in my opinion. So, well, let's say number 6. I want to start reading a horror book every other month, or at least one a quarter. I've never read horror until I read Dark Bloom. Just had Molly McCobb on the channel, and good Lord, that movie, or a movie, it should be a movie. That book was amazing. I absolutely loved it. I may force it into my top, I was going to say top books of the year, I do one a month, because or heck, it may win November or December's. I don't even know, but my gosh, it blew my mind on how much I love that book. It's just, I guess it's so different from what I've read nothing but fantasy and some and a couple of sci-fi, and that was, oh boy, it was so good, so good. Let's see, number 8. I want to do more buddy reads or collabs with booktubers this year. I've met a few that are pretty good friends now. I've chat with every day, every other day, a few things. And yeah, it's been really fun. And I want to get to do more, buddy reads and maybe be on each other's channel just to sit and chat. That I think that would be fun. And, kind of get their process learning stuff and all that. And, especially some of these have way more subscribers, and how long did it take them to get up to where they're at, or what's their process, how many videos do they put out a week or a month, everybody's different. And then finally, probably my 9th one, I guess now, as far as channel goes, and the last one, my goal is, I'm going to set a lofty one. I would love to reach 1,000 subscribers 2025. I've got a little over 200 now. I've done that in 4 months. So maybe I won't be disappointed if I don't make it, but I mean, everyone wants to set goals. Everybody wants more subscribers. That's just how everybody, I mean, you don't get on here to only do it for nothing. I mean, you want to build a community, I feel like. And, start, if you're lucky enough, I can reach 1,000, then maybe we can start a Discord and, do different things like that. I've got big plans eventually once I get more and more people involved and get more interaction and everything. Like I would really love to hit 1,000. So we'll see if it happens. That's fantastic. I would be ecstatic. And if it don't, it'll be all right. Because guess what? 2026. We're going to go for 1,000 if I don't. So anyways, that's all I've got today. I hope that y'all enjoyed this, and let me know. Do y'all have goals? What y'all's plans for this year? Do you got a certain amount of books you're wanting to read? Do you have a certain series that you are definitely going to be finishing this year? If you're a booktuber, how many subscribers you want to go up to, or or you want to do different things? Like what's the goals for this year? Because we are right around the corner from 2025. So that's all I've got. If you would like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Y'all have a great day. Bye.